I'm really hyped for this video. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I was listening. Wait, is this not? It is recording. Let's go. It's developed. The technology is developed. I was listening to Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus because I really like the song and it helped me get started into the video. Anyway, today is going to be another, I don't know what I'm talking about. So this is going to be another one of those schizophrenic rants, and this is actually probably only the second one or the third one. I'm counting the first one as a schizo rant as well. The thing is, normally at the beginning of a video, you want to like get your viewer attention real good. But I don't care about that because I'm pretty sure I meant. Oh, sorry, I don't want to cough into the microphone. Ooh, I can see like the volume of the thingy there because I'm recording with my laptop webcam. I'm using the Windows sound recorder. Anyway, I don't care about audience retention because this channel is for Sigmas only. So, wait, what am I going? Anyway, right, basically. What was I going to say? Right, okay. In the online community, there's often like the idea of, well, okay, in some online communities, there's the idea of like the Matrix, right? This was perpetuated a lot by Andrew Tate during his whole thingy, and like just kind of like general red pill spaces. Like kind of like, I don't know, I don't like more than just like the manosphere, but if you mind like kind of like Andrew Tate, Sneeko, Hamza, those kind of YouTubers, right? They've got this idea of the Matrix, and it comes from, surprisingly enough, the Matrix films, where everybody lives in like this artificial simulated world. I don't think they're quite bright enough to get that. Although some of them are, you know, some red people are really clever. And some are a bit ditzy. Anyway, basically, their idea of the Matrix, though, is kind of just like the rat race. It's the idea that, you know, like, the government, like, they control us, and, like, you go to school where you get told to be a little girl, and, like, you know, you have to watch TikTok, and, like, you don't need to go to the gym, and, like, and in the end of the day, it's just, like, another method to say, like, go to the gym, fatty. Like, fatty. Which I'm all for, because I think pretty much everyone's obese. Like, if I can't see a 12-pack, then you need to hit the gym, like, get on a treadmill. Anyway. But, you know, like, these YouTubers and influencers, they'll set up the idea of the Matrix. The idea that you, as a little, stupid little person, you're trapped in the Matrix, which is, like, yeah, like, the rat race, like, you're, like, in a machine with a bunch of, you're just a cog in one of the machines, and it's bad. And, you know, they'll talk about all this stuff, like, how, like, watching TikTok, because, like, I don't know, or YouTube is bad for you and stuff on that. But, you know, that's kind of pointless. And so then they'll offer you a solution. And most of the time, the solution is like, oh, buy my course. I mean, sometimes it's not. Sometimes there are genuine people who say, like, you know, if you want to, escape from being plugged into the Matrix, always on social media, always, you know, clicking on the thing and listening to the news, and, like, go outside into the wilderness. But most of the time, they offer two solutions. And they're basically the same solution. And that is to buy a course, which usually involves knowing how to make money. Because that's the only difference between, like, the influencers are saying, like, you're in the Matrix, you need to break out. I probably won't edit this video, but if I do, I'll start it with clips of, like, Andrew Tate and other people doing that sort of thing. Yeah, so, like, the only difference between someone like I know Andrew, like, see, this is proof that I'm not just trying to get clicks and views, because I'm talking about Andrew Tate now. I haven't heard his name in years. Anyway, so, like, you know, it's like the only difference between, like, them and a normal person is the amount of money that they have. And so what they're saying is, you know, if you buy my course, if you buy my program, I will teach you how to make money. And if you make that money, is this? Yeah, it's still, ooh, 4 minutes, crikey. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, if you make that money, then you'll be able to escape the Matrix. It's like, okay, here you are, you're a normal person, and you have to do what the government tells you, and you have to do what your boss tells you. Because, like, if your boss tells you that you have to, you know, making triangles or circles, I don't know, like, we're making squares now, I don't know how it goes, like, you have to do that, right, or else you lose your job. And since the money you make is dependent on your job, because, like, you have to buy food and stuff, and because you're a bitch and you don't have extra money, then, you know, that shows you're weak and in the Matrix. And so what they say is, if you make a load of money, then you'll be able to escape the Matrix. And, you know, that's the whole thing. That's the whole selling point. You're in the Matrix, you are bound, you're a slave to all these things. But if you make a lot of money, then you'll be able to escape the Matrix. I keep on thinking, oh, right, no, it's not something. Anyway, basically, that's complete nonsense. because money is just as much part of the Matrix as everything else. Like money is the most made up thing ever. Anyway, right. I'm basically saying why they're all scammers. I didn't really think this through. This is just because I was thinking about it on the bus home, from school. I had a good day at school today. Actually, it was quite nice. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, because like the way they'll set up your life to kind of like start off with their proposition, right? Is like you are a normal person, and they'll kind of walk you through a normal person's life, or at least that's what I'm going to do to explain it to you. So you're a normal person, and you're kind of going along, and then you go to primary school, and primary school, at least in England, I realize this is an England only thing now when I start explaining the education system. Sorry, I'm talking a bit of a weird way. I don't normally talk like this. Maybe I do. Anyway, yes, you go to primary school and you do like maths and English and maybe a bit of science, and you're lucky, if you're lucky. And then you go on to secondary school, and that's when things try to kind of like the first few years, like years 7 to 9, like it's fine. Like at the beginning of year 10 and 11, that's lower fifth and upper fifth. That's when you start your GCSEs, right? And you're told that you have to do well in your GCSEs, and this is what they'll say is part of the matrix. Like GCSEs are part of the matrix, and so you're told that do well in your GCSEs so that you can do your A levels, and that's what I've just started now. I've just started doing A levels. I'm doing maths, further maths, physics, and RS. RS is religious studies. I'm probably going to kill myself by the end of next week. Anyway, then you're supposed to do well. That wasn't even intentional. I was like, kind of like, ha ha ha, like he says kills himself and he thinks, but anyway. And then like, you do well in your A levels, and you do well in your A levels, you can go to university, and then you go to university. Why do you go to university? So that you can get a job. So that's what they're doing. You do well in primary school, you do well in your SATs, so you can do well in your GCSEs. You do really hard work before your GCSEs, and you do well in your GCSEs. You do well in your GCSEs, you can do well in your A levels. You do well in your A levels, you can go to university. Then at university, you try hard too. You try hard so that you can get a good job, and then you get a good job, and then what do? Like you work, and like I don't know, you work hard, you can get a promotion, and like it's all that in the pursuit of money, and you're constantly working endlessly, right? And you're always kind of on the edge because you never have quite enough money to support your family or whatever. And so what they will offer as a solution instead, rather than spending like the rest of your life working, because really that sounds miserable. Like you do all this work just so you can make barely enough money to survive. Doesn't sound nice. They say, okay, now instead, when like you're our age, like I know, like I know I said, I have no idea how old. Like I looked at my audience demographics. You're like 45. Like I don't know, like 13 to 18-year-old. That's when like you get on the grind. You start drop shipping. You start selling Roblox maps. You start making Minecraft mods. You start hustling. And the whole idea of that is that you make enough money that you can escape the matrix. You're finally free. You no longer have to worry about food and like looking after your family, or like you can fly wherever you want. Part of being in the matrix is that you're contained to your country. But as soon as you make enough money, you can fly off to the United States. You can fly off to somewhere in Asia. You can do whatever you want, right? They have this view where here are all the rats. They're running in the rat race. They're working too, right? And so instead, by making more money, which is often through methods which don't work, because sure, I'm 5 people may have gotten rich by dropshipping, but the other 5 million who also tried it didn't. So it's no more valid than becoming a doctor or whatever. Like online modes of making income. I don't know, what am I saying? Anyway, also okay, here are the rats there, and here's you going ahead. Let's say you go through that, right? You become an entrepreneur when you're 18, right? You decide to abandon university and you make a lot of money, right? You finally escape the rat race. You're now a millionaire. You're a multi-millionaire. You can do whatever you want, right? But the thing is, you're not out of the rat race. You're still there. You're still a rat. You might be above them, but at the very best, you're king of the rats. You're there with all your little rat buddies, and you're the wealthiest, so you're the coolest. King of the rats. But that's all you are. You haven't escaped. I sound like I'm insane. I sound schizo. This is why I need a script. I need a script to do these things. But yeah, what's it for? You make more money so that you can... What exactly? This brings me on to a different story, actually. One that I think my head of year when I was in year 11 told us. It's about... I'm going to butcher the story. It's somewhat famous, I think, kind of. as like a parable kind of thing. So there's, what am I saying? Anyway, there's like this fisherman, right? And he goes to work every day and he wakes up early. No, he wakes up late. He goes out and he catches fish in the morning. And then he takes his fish and he goes back home and, he cooks the fish and he eats it with his family and, then he goes for a nice walk in the evening. And, he does that kind of all the time. And, like, one day, some, like, Westerner comes along. Or, like, some rich businessman comes along and says, if you spent 2 hours more working, you could catch, a couple more fish. And then, you could go to the market, and, like, the same day, and, you could sell those fish. You make a bit of money. And if you do that for a couple of weeks, soon you have enough to buy a boat. And with your boat, you'll be able to catch more fish. And once you're making more fish, you can sell those fish at the market too, until you can buy a bigger boat, and then like a factory, and so on. And then like finally you can retire at the age of 40. And when they do the story, they have like a lot better delivery, and like the final moment is like really impactful and cool and powerful. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like, okay, once I'm retired, what I do though? It's like, you wake up late, you go fishing, and like you enjoy time with your family. It's supposed to, like, at the beginning, the fisherman, what's he doing? He's waking up late, he's going fishing for a couple hours, and he's spending time with his family. And like the businessman is saying, okay, but make a lot of money so you can retire and do the exact same thing. Anyway, I thought that was relevant, and I now realize I don't know how. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up, maybe, because realistically I'll come up with something else to say. I don't know if I'm gonna keep up, like, I figure I've got to get better at this as time goes on. Like, there's no way I can be, like, 5 years' time, like, at uni, 5 years' time at uni, making videos where, like this, where I'm just rambling in front of the camera. Maybe I will. This is probably a good outlet. I actually chose this instead of therapy. I've got pretty clear mental health issues. And, I was told that I had to go to therapy, but after I bit her hand, my therapist's hand. I'm lying, by the way. I lie a lot. I've got to post this. I'm not re-recording. I've already spent too much time. 12 minutes! Anyway, that might have made a bit of a crinkling noise on the... Anyway, right, glasses on now so I can see in case it turns off. Oh, I look a bit dopey. Oh, that is not flattering. Oh well, right. I'm not here to look beautiful, although I already do. Anyway, basically, my point is, red pill, online, self-improvement kind of style YouTubers, or like, even like, not even self-improvement, just like Andrew Tate kind of YouTube space, will tell you, you've got to make money so that you can escape the Matrix. And I'm saying that's nonsense, because you can't escape the Matrix with money, because money is part of the Matrix, and I've proved it in my 5-part video essay, which was definitely thought ahead of. Anyway, I realize I haven't offered a solution, because, all I'm doing is criticizing people. All I'm doing is tearing them down, which makes me a terrible person. So I should be doing something, oh, that's so cool, to fix it. I did not think this through. So basically, I've been thinking about this for a while now, is you just have to, like, go live off in, like a cabin in the woods, like how, like, Ted Kaczynski's style. Like, he was someone who truly escaped the Matrix. Like, if we're in, like, a proper Matrix, where, like, we're actually in a computer, then fine, I guess we're stuck. But, like, making more money that's not an escape from the rat race. It just makes you king of the rats. And whilst that's a cool title, and even if you're a girl, you're still king of the rats, because queen of the rats has different implications. I think. Or maybe I'm just making that up too, I don't know. Use Urban Dictionary or something, you'll probably find some, like, horrendous thing which some, like, 12-year-old boy invented. Anyway, yeah, so that was the end of my schizo rant. Basically, what you have to do is don't make money. Making money is bad. Money is the root of all kinds of evil. Not all evil, but all just different types. So, give it to me. That's a trick that, big mega churches actually do. So don't fall for... Why do I keep on pointing at the camera? It's because I can't gesture with this hand without making the audio go really weird. Actually, the spectrograph thingy doesn't... Oh, that does look a bit... Anyway, this might sound like a mess. I hope it picks it up, though, or else it would just be a bit weird. Anyway, that's what I'm dishing with this one. So basically, don't make money. Go live in a cabin in the woods with the gang and listen to Pogger's music. What is wrong? I actually have... I've got to have... I don't want to, like, make jokes about it. Say, oh, I have Down syndrome, because, that's not politically correct. But, like, genuinely, there's got to be... Like, something is wrong with me. Like, I got, like, bashed in the noggin or something. Anyway, once again, just to reiterate for my mental clarity, the point of this video is, making money, like, it won't make you happy. It might get rid of things that make you sad, but like, don't listen to the bad people. They are people watching you. They are watching you. They're trying to trick you. Making money won't get you out of the matrix. If you want to get out of the matrix, you've got to go off into the wilderness and stuff, which is what I'm going to do. Next video is going to be wilderness survival. Can I live in the jungle for more than 2 weeks? Sod off.